Good gear leads to profitability, safety and reliability, but if you don't maintain good gear, it can let you down just like anything else. Today I'm with Mark from Norton Gallagher and he's going to give us a few tips as to how to maintain and look after your crush in your yards. Mark, how are you going today?
Mate, I'm fantastic, Tim. How are you?
Not too bad. Pretty good bit of equipment here, but maintenance is critical.
Absolutely.
So a couple of minutes work, mate, and you've got the best, safest yards on the market.
Just a little bit of maintenance every time you go to the yards and you've got a nice, easy, efficient yard to use, and it's nice and safe for the operator as well.
So Mark, there's a few tools here that we need to maintain the head bales and the crush.
All you need is a 1-inch ring spanner, an 8mm Allen key, some multi-purpose grease. I use a paintbrush so I can actually get the grease where I want it, and just a petroleum-based lubricant so that you actually know exactly where it's going. It doesn't create dust where you don't need it.
Now, with the grease, you've got a few cautions. We're going to be using grease today because we're in a really well set up yard with a good concrete floor. There's not much risk of dust.
What you find is grease is a real dust attractant. And when you've got that dust there, it means that you've got to clean it all off and get it back to bare metal before you start all over again.
Yep.
So sometimes if you are in that dusty environment, you really want to use a petroleum-based lubricant.
Not a lanolin-based lubricant.
Not a lanolin-based.
I'm a big fan of lanolin a lot of the time,
Mate,
but this time we're going to avoid it.
Exactly, because it's a great dust attractant, and that's not what you want. You want to have that clean environment, and away you go.
So you always start at the head bales, Mark?
Always like to start at the head bale because it's the most important part, Tim.
And it's the thing that needs to be maintained the most, isn't it?
Absolutely. If the head bale's not working, you're going to have a battle.
Now, grease points. Take me through the grease points, mate.
The head bale has got 4 grease points. There's 2 at the top of the head bale, 2 at the bottom of the head bale, 1 up here on the operating mechanism for the handle, and 1 just behind you here, Tim, that you can see.
Should I put any grease on this shaft here? It looks a bit rusty.
Mate, it actually got a sign up there that says do not lubricate bar. It's the one spot that you don't want to lubricate. All it is an infinite locking cell. In this cell here, there's an 8mm washer that's offset on the shaft. At the moment, we can't slide the bar in the shaft. As soon as I push a plunger pin that's here in, we can then slide the bar on the shaft. So it goes up and down. As soon as I let go of the plunger pin, it's then locked in place. It's as simple as that. So this is the sacrificial part. We can adjust it to actually make it move in, but at some point we run out of adjustment. We need to pull this bolt out here, turn the bar at 180 degrees, pull the bolt back in, and we're wearing off the other side of the bar. Now at that point we're only halfway there. We can actually swap the bar end for end. If you have a look at the hole here, it's the opposite to the hole in the other end. So we turn the bar end for end and we've got 2 more wear points or wear sides on that round bar. The average user is going to get 15 to 20 U's out of this bar. You don't have to be smart to maintain this.
We've also got some points here that need not grease but CRC. Talk me through those points. We've got some shafts here on the side.
Yeah, we just call them rods down the side. So these need to be able to twist in your fingers quite easily.
Okay.
And you just want to maintain them every time you come to the crush, and preferably when you leave as well.
And that's what your 1-inch ring spanner's for?
You just put her up on top there, and if it's slightly tight, which this one's not, you just give it a bit of a twist and obviously put your CRC or equivalent in there, and you'll get it nice and free, and that'll make operating the head bale very, very easy.
So CRC before you start working and when you finish?
Yep, absolutely.
Any other maintenance that we have to do at this end of the head bales?
This running rail through here, it's a good idea. You'll see it's actually got a bit of grease on there, but it's all dried.
Yes.
We'll get that lubed up very soon, and you'll find that the
And that's where your paintbrush comes in?
Absolutely. Nice and easy to put it exactly where you want it, and I always spray it over the top with a bit of CRC or equivalent, and that helps to make it run beautifully. Now that we're finished with the head bale, we're going to maintain our super heavy duty vet crush and the side squeeze mechanism. So we hook straight into it. On the grease nipples there, you're going to give between 2 and 4 or 5 pumps of the grease gun and make sure it's well lubed. That makes it nice and easy to operate the squeeze, and it's safe for you, safe for the animal, and it works efficiently. Now that we've maintained the head bale and the side squeeze on our super heavy duty crush, we're going to maintain the slam catches and also the sliding gate. So all our crushers have the 25mm slam catch. So let's go with those. Get the paintbrush out. When you're in this position, we need to put a bit of lube at this point here and a bit at this point here. So with the paintbrush again, we can put the grease where we need it. So actually put it at this end and at this end. Then we grab hold of our handle, open that slam catch up and make sure that we get plenty of grease into this area here. Make sure that we get any excess grease off. Now even a little bit just on this point here, and then it's nice and easy to go in. Repeat this for every slam catch. Now we're going to grease our sliding gates. So I'm going to paint it on here, and once again I use the paintbrush because I put the grease exactly where I want it. And I also go over the top of that with a CRC type product or petroleum based product. If I'm out in the field and it's going to be dusty environment, I tend to use just the CRC. We need to make sure that we do the inside as well. And you'll see that there's another sliding mechanism up the top. So we need to do both sides here as well, so that we get a good slide throughout the whole gate. And as normal, once you've done this and we run the CRC over the top, we need to give the gate, probably 20 slides just to make sure it's all lubed in, and we get that nice, easy flow environment. It just makes life so much better when you're in the yards and everything's working efficiently. We also need to spray the roller wheels to make sure that they're well lubed up. Just a final thing on the squeeze mechanism, we need to make sure that this is well lubricated in here, because this is a shaft that actually slides in and out. So we've got 4 sides on there. You can get a bit up on the top of it as well. So we go up here and do the same thing at the front, and she will slide like a little ripper. A bit of grease goes a long way. Let's give it a go.
Mark, some fantastic tips there to help us maintain our head bales, our crush, our slam catches and our gates, mate.
It can't be easier, and you just make life easy for yourself. So every time you come to the yards, you'll love coming there if you've got a fully maintained crush. Nice and easy to use, safe for the user, safe for the animals, and working efficiently. That's what it's all about.
Well, mate, thank you very much for your help.
Thanks very much, Tim.
Hopefully people won't be getting you out to sort out problems with their crush that could be eliminated with a little bit of grease. Guys, if you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button. There's more like this every week.